Welcome to the USDA Kickoff for the 2021 Combined Federal Campaign. It's a great privilege to open this year's Combined Federal Campaign and to celebrate 60 years of giving through this federal giving tradition. During last year's Combined Federal Campaign, federal employees across the nation and around the world contributed more than $83 million to their favorite causes and charities. USDA employees alone raised $1.7 million. This was all done amidst a global pandemic, and it shows me the great resiliency and generosity of the USDA community through some really difficult times. I'm pleased to announce this year's Combined Federal Campaign, You Can Be the Face of Change, as this year's campaign runs from September 1st, 2021 to January 15th, 2022, and enables federal employees to give to more than 6,000 nonprofits and charities. As we recover from the challenges of the past year, the Combined Federal Campaign commits to making a real and meaningful difference in our communities and across our nation and the world. Each of you have dedicated your careers to public service and are committed to meeting the challenges of 2021 and beyond. You're change makers, and through this additional opportunity to give back, we can generate even further change by supporting our favorite causes and promoting the greater good. Together, we can make a great impact on countless lives in our own individual communities and across the nation and world. And I encourage you to take a moment to reflect on your own reasons to give. Maybe you're looking to honor someone you love, or to continue a tradition inspired by someone you know. Or maybe you're passionate about giving your time and skills to a special cause or to an important organization in your community. As you pledge, think about how you can be the face of change in a way that's meaningful to you. For the price of a cup of coffee or lunch per week, a small contribution can make the biggest change in someone else's life. The Combined Federal Campaign makes it easy for you to find the best way to give back to places afar or right here at home. I want you to visit the website at givecfc.org to find out more. And if you donate to a food bank or a food pantry through September to January, that giving season, you can record your donation on the Fed's Feed Families Hub, and the monetary value or volunteer time will be converted into pounds. I'd like to personally extend my heartfelt gratitude to each of you for your service at USDA and to our nation. This department touches the lives of all Americans each day in so many positive ways. Know that you truly make a difference in and out of the office. Thank you for being a member of the USDA community, and thank you for your participation in the Combined Federal Campaign.
Thank you, Secretary Vilsack, for your remarks. I want to welcome you all to the kickoff of the 2021 Combined Federal Campaign, or CFC, and to celebrate 60 years of CFC giving. Since its start in 1961, CFC has grown into the largest and most successful annual workplace charity program in the world. Congratulations to all of you for being a part of such an amazing tradition for all federal employees, and happy birthday, CFC. The last 18 months have not been easy for any of us. So I want to take this opportunity to say thank you. You all have demonstrated the importance of banding together. We have all had to rely on our networks, our families, our friends for support through all the hardships and challenges of this past year. For many individuals and communities, their network includes the thousands of CFC charities who rely on our giving each year. Like many of you, I have my own personal reasons to give. I remember back to my swearing in to the position as Deputy Secretary, and we used a Bible that was very important to my family. The Bible belonged to my husband's mother, who passed away from breast cancer 4 days after we were married. It devastated our family. And so for me, the American Institute of Cancer Research is an organization that I particularly feel driven to provide support for, because I would really like to see us resolve this critical issue of breast cancer. As Secretary Vilsack mentioned, USDA employees donated $1.7 million in 2020. Let's aim to match or exceed that amount in 2021. If you donated last year, your account is now ready for you to renew and update your previous pledge. You may consider increasing your donation by 5% or 10%, but the payoffs will be far greater for those receiving our help. If you are new to CFC, the process to making a tangible difference in someone's life is simple and easy. When you give through the CFC, you decide your method of giving. You may donate a one-time gift or recurring contribution via payroll deduction, credit card, or e-check using the CFC Giving mobile app. You may also contribute with your time through volunteer opportunities. As you pledge, either monetarily or through volunteer opportunities, think about how you can be the face of change through the many small choices we make in our daily lives. If you're still not sure whether the CFC is for you, I encourage you to visit online, givecfc.org, or reach out to your CFC key worker or coordinator for more information. Every donation, large and small, will go a long way toward making our world a better, more compassionate place. Again, thank you for your time and consideration. I look forward to your participation in this wonderful community of caring.
Hello, USDA. I'm Daniel Whitley, Administrator of the Foreign Agricultural Service. First, let me thank Secretary Vilsack and Deputy Secretary Bernal for their inspiring and heartfelt messages regarding the combined federal campaign. FAS has the distinct honor and pleasure to serve as the USDA lead for this year's CFC. This is the 60th anniversary of the CFC, and many of you have helped raise funds for meaningful causes throughout your careers, so thank you for that. I know we have a number of new employees in the USDA family, and I want to highlight for all of you that this is the only official fundraising campaign for federal government employees. Participation in the campaign is 100% voluntary and anonymous. What motivates employees to give is personal, and you will never be asked to reveal whether or not you participated, how much you gave, or who you gave to. However, I do want to take a brief minute to share with all of you what is motivating me to give this year in particular. 18 months ago, the COVID pandemic hit. All of our lives were upended. We all experienced severe disruptions to how we work, how we socialize, how we entertain, basically how we live. Many of us didn't have to look far to find tragedy. Unfortunately, some of us found tragedy within our own homes and families. Many in our communities, including some of our own family members and friends, lost jobs, lost wages, and lost health care insurance. As I went about my daily life during the pandemic, I worried a lot about getting sick, anxiety about who I was around, nervous that a cough or sneeze could be the beginning of something more serious, and the list goes on and on. But the one thing I never worried about was losing my job, losing pay, or losing my health care. And I only realized that the only reason I never worried about those things is because I'm blessed to be a federal government employee. And for me, that's my motivation, recognizing how truly blessed I am to be a federal government employee. Hopefully, many of you will find your motivation and be inspired to give to charities you care about. This year, I will be making donations to organizations helping to find cures for cancer and heart disease, as well as a local charity in my hometown of Baton Rouge, Louisiana, that will be providing meals for displaced Louisianans as a result of Hurricane Ida. At this time, I would like to introduce you all to this year's campaign manager, Astrid Martinez, for her opening remarks. Astrid, thank you and welcome.
Thank you, Secretary Vilsack and Deputy Secretary Bronald, for your inspiring remarks. And thank you, Daniel, for the wonderful introduction. Happy birthday, CFC, and congratulations on your 60th anniversary. Did you know that helping others is one of the best ways to make you feel happier? It gives us a sense of satisfaction. That's why I took on leading the USDA CFC campaign team, because I want to be a change maker, and I'm always trying to find ways to help others directly or indirectly, and I enjoy very much doing it. My mom and my dad always told me, do good without not looking at who. And that motto has always been with me. There are so many organizations that I help for many family reasons. Veterans organizations are one and dear to my heart because many of my family members serve or are serving or will be serving on the military forces. And I know the sacrifices they and their families make every day. Cancer research is another cause I support, as my dad is a cancer survivor. And I have had, as many of you, friends that have battled with this illness. Some of them are still with us, some we lost, and we miss them dearly. My last cause, and certainly last but not least, as I have a personal connection, is for Children and Family Services. As I know the struggle single parents go through daily raising their children. As Secretary Vilsack mentioned, last year USDA employees raised over $1.7 million. Thank you for being the face of change. This year, you can be the face of change by continuing to make contributions to your community with pledges, monetary or volunteering some of your hours and skills to help your local communities. Now, let me introduce you to the 2021 USDA CFC team. First, I want to introduce you to Katrina Southall. Katrina is our Deputy Campaign Specialist, and she works for rural development as an equal opportunity employer officer and with rural development. Robert Bob Stevenson is a campaign specialist, and he is the Chief Operating Officer for the Farm Production and Conservation Mission Area Business Center. Toshi Asento is a campaign specialist. Toshi works as an engineer project manager for Facilities Renovation and Modernization Project for Agricultural Research Facilities out of Texas. Last but not least, Greg DiNapoli, and Greg is our Communication Campaign Specialist. Greg is a Supervisory Program Specialist in the Employee Engagement and Recognition staff within the Office of Employee Experience and Development at FSIS. As a reminder, this year's CFC campaign runs from September 1st, 2021 to January 15, 2022. And you will be hearing from us in the next coming months with more information on how to get involved and engage. You might ask yourself, how can I get involved? And how can I be a change maker? Well, good news, let me tell you how. There are many ways you can get involved. By being a CFC coordinator or key worker. Reach out to your local CFC coordinator and ask them how you can volunteer your time to be engaged during the CFC campaign. By pledging a donation, please visit the givecfc.org website and type your zip code to see what charities are within your local zone. By downloading the CFC app, search CFC Giving in your app store. By doing paper pledges, download the paper pledge form on your local CFC website or ask your local CFC coordinator for a copy of it. Last but not least, you can always pledge and volunteer your hours and volunteer your skills and knowledge to the different charities. You can do this too at givecfc.org. If you need more information, just reach out to your local CFC coordinator or to our team. Feel free to send us an email or an IM anytime. Thank you, and remember, you can be the face of change. Now, there's some messages from our charities.
The best way to describe MVP is whether you're a war fighter or a professional athlete. When that uniform comes off, how can we find purpose in our life moving forward? Every week we come together, veterans and athletes, and we train together. So afterwards, we sit down on the wrestling mats and we open up to one another.
We connect with each other and realize that we aren't alone and we go through these problems together.
The biggest thing I missed about
football is the locker room. We don't have that.
What real courage is, especially once that uniform comes off, is the ability to recognize you can't do it alone all the time. We're losing roughly 20 veterans a day to suicide. I don't want any more people to fall through the cracks.
It's in a bad place when I got out, and these guys perked me right up.
Everybody MVP, let's go!